Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. A man is the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. We may never be strong enough to be entirely nonviolent in thought, word, and deed, but we must keep nonviolence as our goal and make strong progress towards it. Change yourself. You are in control. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. Nearly everything you do is of no importance, but it is important that you do it. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. God has no religion. Hate the sin, love the sinner. My religion is based on truth and nonviolence. Truth is my God. Nonviolence is the means of realizing Him. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. To call woman the weaker sex is a libel. It is man's injustice to woman. If by strength is meant moral power, then the woman is immeasurably man's superior. It is better to be violent if there is violence in our hearts than to put on the cloak of nonviolence to cover impotence. Love is the strongest force the world possesses. All the religions of the world, while they may differ in other respects, unitedly proclaim that nothing lives in this world but truth. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. Nonviolence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. It is mightier than the mightiest weapon of destruction devised by the ingenuity of man. A no uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary, the evil it does is permanent. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. When I despair, I remember that all through history the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall. Think of it always. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. An ounce of patience is worth more than a ton of preaching. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. See the good in people and help them. Where there is love, there is life. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. The future depends on what you do today. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Each night, when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. Whatever you do will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. Truth never damages a cause that is just. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. Strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable will. It is easy enough to be friendly to one's friends, but to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion, the other is mere business. Action expresses priorities. My life is my message. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. There is more to life than simply increasing its speed. I offer you peace, I offer you love, I offer you friendship, I see your beauty, I hear your need, I feel your feelings. Remember that all through history, there have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall, always. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. There is nothing that wastes the body like worry, and one who has any faith in God should be ashamed to worry about anything whatsoever. They cannot take away our self-respect if we do not give it to them. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. There is no school equal to a decent home, and no teacher equal to a virtuous parent. I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect. To my mind, the life of a lamb is no less precious than that of a human being. In doing something, do it with love, or never do it at all. I call him religious, who understands the suffering of others. Seek not greater wealth, but simpler pleasure, not higher fortune, but deeper felicity. There is no way to peace, there is only peace. Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts, and everything will be well. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. Yes, I am also a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, and a Jew. My imperfections and failures are as much as a blessing from God as my successes and talents, and I lay them both at His feet. Each one has to find his peace from within. And peace to be real must be unaffected by outside circumstances. Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. It is wrong and immoral to seek to escape the consequences of one's acts. What barrier is there that love cannot break? It is easier to build a boy than to mend a man. Fearlessness is the first requisite of spirituality. Cowards can never be moral. 1,000 candles can be lighted from the flame of one candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness can be spread without diminishing that of yourself. There is a force in the universe which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. There is no such thing as too insane unless others turn up dead due to your actions. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. I cannot teach you violence, as I do not myself believe in it. I can only teach you not to bow your heads before anyone, even at the cost of your life. Liberty and democracy become unholy when their hands are dyed red with innocent blood. Honest differences are often a healthy sign of progress. Nothing has saddened me so much in life as the hardness of heart of educated people. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. True beauty lies in purity of the heart. There would be nothing to frighten you if you refuse to be afraid. Love never claims, it ever gives. Love ever suffers, never resents, never revenges itself. Nonviolence, which is the quality of the heart, cannot come by an appeal to the brain. If I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it even if I may not have it at the beginning. No one can ride on the back of a man unless it is bent. But you can wake a man only if he is asleep. No effort that you make will produce any effect upon him if he is merely pretending to sleep. If you don't find God in the next person you meet, it is a waste of time looking for him further. Every worthwhile accomplishment, big or little, has its stages of drudgery and triumph, a beginning, a struggle, and a victory. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve love and affection. Truth is one, paths are many.